Welcome back to Sales Remastered. This video is going to show you the power of voice inflection. The voice inflection meaning the tone of your voice, how you're able to systematically change it depending on when in the sales conversation you're at, but you'll be able to understand how powerful it is because it actually controls the energy of that conversation. Think of music. There's a thing about music, whether it's helping you wake up or it's helping you get through the day, express frustration or vent frustration, as well as find the energy you need to maybe go to the gym. I think we all have certain music that enables us to adapt to a certain mood, whether it's studying or whether it's creating the energy to clean the house. You know, there's specific ways that music in itself and the tone and rhythm of the music will spark an energy within you. It'll create an emotion within you. And why it's powerful is because sales is all about transferring emotions. The emotion in a sale, it can be sparked by simply adjusting the tone of your voice. You can come through excited, kind of like the way you hear me saying now, but then in times when it's right, you can lower the tone and make them feel that they are getting some sort of inside value, some insider tip. But just by understanding how you can bring up your voice and tone is super important because, you know, for example, at the initial beginning of the conversation, a lot of consumers have guards. They have guards for the hey, how are you? It's a great day at my company. Thank you so much for calling. How can I help you? You know, they're on guard for that because they've spent years of watching infomercials. They probably had a bad experience with the same exact sales agent who used that sales approach, but there was no actual value. There was no content. It was like that. It was smoking mirrors to get the consumer to buy whatever they were giving just to find out that the product never even gave the value that was there, and it's all because of the presentation. Now, on the flip side, if you were to engage with a client, where almost think of it as if that particular prospect was coming to your house. They were a friend of a friend and you had a barbecue at your house and they simply asked you where the bathroom was. There's a certain tone that you would engage with them, but more importantly, they're looking for information from you. So treat it the same. Talk to them like they're a human. Don't talk to them like they're a number on your sales chart. And when you're able to do this and you're able to control your tonality, your voice inflection, then I think that you can control the way that your call is being perceived, whether it should be perceived as a professional, a consultant, whether you're trying to position yourself as a seasoned authority image. The prospect needs to understand, and more importantly, they need to hear in your voice the confidence that they're speaking to someone with authority, they're speaking to the decision maker, and that's what you want to instill in your first 10 seconds of your initial sales conversation. Whether you're prospecting in person or whether you're prospecting on the phone, I think that it's important that you really understand how these energies are perceived. You know, when you have a bad day or you had a series of bad calls, or you may have found out a client canceled on you the day before and then you get a call, it's important that you don't carry that luggage with you. That prospect has no idea of your bad calls. The prospect does not care that you had a bad day or you had any fallout of sales. All they care about is their interview with you of whether or not they're going to hire you for your services and buy your product. And when you think about it, if you've ever been in a job interview, and I hope you have, there's a certain energy you need to bring into that that interview, and you're not necessarily selling yourself like a car salesman, like the example I showed you before, but more importantly, you're showing and displaying confidence, and that's exactly what you're trying to do on the phone with your prospect, or even if you're in person with them. But more importantly, you want to express that you can help them, and I think that in itself is the most powerful piece. But how do you keep the consumer or the prospect engaged to where you can learn more about them so that you can explain how your product and your service is the next best thing to help take them to where they want to go? And that in itself is what justifies the price. So fear no more in selling price, fear no more with objections. If you're able to control your tonality, then you're able to control the energy of that conversation. You're able to create the perception that you want, and you're able to it communicate with the consumer that you're the right person for the job. So I hope this video helps you. It's helped me close many sales. I've given this advice on my Instagram, and I'll leave the link below so that you'll be able to see the image that I put with it. Let me know what your thoughts are on the image. Let me know what your thoughts are on the content, but don't forget to follow on Instagram so you can see future content and live videos being released as well. On top of that, I also have live content on my Facebook channel. So look me up on Facebook, or again, check the links right below this video. It'll give you all the content you need. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys around.